Good morning, YouTube.
Welcome to our live album review for Lyrical Lemonade's new album, All Is Yellow. In this video, we're going to be reviewing all aspects of the album, including the artist performances, the features, and the production. So let's get on into it.
Let's go.
Alright, normally we would start off with the artist performance for this section of the video, but there is really no artist performance because Cole Bennett, as you know, is a video editor and music video maker, so he doesn't really have a role on the actual, vocals or anything on the album. He's just kind of curating it. So I guess we'll rate it good, I guess. Or no, we can't really rate it at all, right? Because he doesn't really have a vocal performance on the album, so we can't really rate him for the artist performance. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, so the features on this album were kind of stacked. We had features from Eminem, Babytron, and Juice WRLD. So I was really hyped going into this album, but when I'm actually listening to it, it kind of falls short in my opinion. Like, there's not a lot of very standout features, or the ones that we got have already been released on singles. But what do you think about the features on this album?
I was expecting a lot from this album. I really enjoyed the Juice WRLD feature. I like that beat that was in that track. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I didn't really I expected a lot and didn't get much in return.
Yeah, there weren't really any standout features that were like, oh, Eminem's on here, he's gonna blow it away. Like, Eminem, he's old now. Like, he should retire. Like, he didn't have a very good performance on Doomsday Part 2. One of the weaker tracks on the album for sure, and I may go as far as to say that Babytron had a better performance than Eminem, which is absolutely crazy to say. But I guess we should move on to the production. So while listening to this album, I think that most of it was heavily overproduced. I think that a lot of the beats sounded, or they thought they were a lot cooler than they actually were. I thought there was too much going on in a lot of the beats, but what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it was pretty overwhelming, you can say. I think the only beat that I really liked a lot was the Doomsday one, and the rest were just kind of not, I wouldn't say they were basic, but they were just they were trying too hard on the beats.
One beat that I really liked was on what's the song called? It's called Stop Giving Me Advice. That was the Jack Harlow and Dave song. Yeah, that was already released. But I really like that minimalistic production by Hollywood Cole. I think he did a really good job on it. And I think Jack Harlow and Dave had some of the best performances on the whole album. So what do we rate the production?
The production, I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5.
Yeah, but let's say we're on bad, mid, good, great, amazing, and perfect. I think I'm going mid with this, bro. It wasn't really good at all.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really stood out to me like wow. So I'm just gonna give it a mid.
Yeah, I think
a high mid maybe.
Yeah, I think mid for the production is fair. So when it comes to sequencing on this album, I was really perplexed because you have these crazy songs like Doomsday or Stop Giving Me Advice, and they're kind of shoved at the end of the track list. Stop Giving Me Advice is literally the closer. And I think that when it comes to one of these albums that has a bunch of singles that have already been released, I don't think that you should end with a closer that was a single that you've already heard before. I think it should be something new. So the curation on this album was definitely interesting. I think it could have been a lot better. But what do you think about it?
Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to that.
There were often times where it's you go to this super hype song with these overproduced beats and super energetic performances, and then the next song it's just you get Babytron just talking in the mic, I think the sequencing could have been a lot better. So I think I'm going to go with the bad for the sequencing. I think it was really bad. Well, let's get on to the best and the worst song on the album. So I think that the worst song on this album was actually Doomsday Part 2 with Eminem. I think that he's too old. I think that he should retire. You were getting bars like, my arms are too short, I can't feel my hands. It was really not good at all. So I think that's definitely the worst song on this album. But if anyone chose any song on the album, I really wouldn't care. I agree with most of the songs. It all has a place for being one of the worst for sure, because they're all really bad. But when it comes to the best song on the album, definitely one of the singles. Nothing New was anything good. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Doomsday Part 1. With, I think it was Corday and Juice WRLD. I think it was really, really well executed. The production is fire. Their performances are energetic and hype. The bars are there. But what was your worst and the best song?
I'm gonna just say that the worst song was definitely Doomsday too. I mean, I definitely agree with you on the Eminem part. Um, he had some questionable lyrics, and it just wasn't my thing. And then, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with "Stop Giving Me Advice" because I listened to it previously, even before the album came out. I really like the beats, the chill kind of like beat. You know what I mean? And then I really liked like Central C. And oh my god, why'd I say Central C? Why'd I say Central C? I meant Dave. And I really like Dave and Jai Carlo's like mix up. It was pretty good.
So when it comes to my overall ranking in this album, I was really hyped because Cole Bennett is one of the best creative minds that I've personally ever seen. His music videos are inspiring and influential. So I was really excited going into this album, but when it comes to actually listening to it, it fell short in my opinion. I saw a lot of people on Twitter were really enjoying it, excuse me.
Just like Eminem's arms.
So I think my overall ranking is going to be definitely bad to mid. But you talk about it while I decide my final ranking.
Yeah, I just agree with you. I mean, mid album. I mean, I do agree with you on the singles. I think the singles were like the best songs on the album, and yeah, type shit, gang gang.
So what would you rate the album?
My standing on this album has got to be like an overall like mid, like not even a low mid, but like a mid.
I think I'm gonna go with bad, bro. You get 2 out of 14 songs. You get literally 2 out of 14. That is not a good ratio at all. I'm gonna go with bad, bro. I think it's a bad album. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments, and see you next time.